Okay, so for today, I decided that what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read a book from, I want to say it was like sixth grade or English class or something like that. Point is, it's a book that I enjoyed, but mm, whatever. It's called Interstellar Pig, and it's written by William Slater. I'm telling you, there's more history to this house than any other place on Indian Neck, and that's the truth, Ted Martin said and took a long swallow of beer. He had just finished installing an outside shower, and his forehead was streaked with grime. How fascinating, Mom said politely. She was rinsing glasses at the sink. I knew she wasn't very interested in Ted, who had no social importance. What kind of history? Asked my father. Ted was the caretaker of the beach house we were renting for 2 weeks in July. We had been there for 1 week already, and they had heard nothing unusual about the house. This was Captain Latham's house. I heard there was even an article written about the tragedy here. They even used to say it was haunted. Haunted? I asked him. What do you mean? I had been hovering in the doorway in my usual indecisive way, but now I took a couple of eager steps into the kitchen. I had not been enjoying this vacation on the beach. The house was far from the village. There didn't seem to be any other kids my age, which was 16. In the area we were surrounded by nature reserves, and I wasn't not big on nature. Whoops, that I just kind of messed that up. But let's see if yeah, okay, OBS is still good. My bad. Um, let me just rearrange my windows here quickly, just to make this easier on me. I'm trying to monitor my the FFT spectrum so I get an idea to try and help me self-adjust as I'm reading. At any rate, oh, that probably stretched things a bit, but yeah, there. We can fix this. Hang on a second. Oop, boop, 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 boop. Give me a second. Whatever. I don't know. What do I want to do about this? Um, we'll just make it stretch things. We'll make it that stretch things just in a weird way. But it'll work. Nonetheless. Anyways. Haunted, I asked him. What do you mean? I had been hovering in the doorway in my usual indecisive way, but now I took a couple of eager steps into the kitchen. I had not been enjoying this vacation on the beach. The house was far from the village. There didn't seem to be any other kids my age, which was 16 in the area. We were surrounded by nature reserves, and I wasn't big on nature. I wouldn't even be able to go home with a tan, since I can't lie in the sun for 15 minutes without burning miserably. A supposedly haunted house might be a welcome diversion from the science books I had been reading. What do you mean haunted? I asked Ted again. What kind of tragedy? Captain Latham? Captain Latham had a trading ship in the last century. Out of the harbor here, Dunstable was almost as important a port as Boston. As Boston in the early days, used to sail from here to China and places. Ted paused to make sure this important piece of special information would be fully appreciated. He had a younger brother, this Captain Latham. He was a sailor on Captain Latham's ship. Never was too bright, and after what happened, his mind went completely off the deep end. The captain kept him locked in the front bedroom here for 20 years. This was getting really interesting. I slept in the front bedroom. After what happened, I said. Led took another long, slow swallow, then studied the label on the beer bottle approvingly. Good stuff, he said. Where'd you pick it up? In Boston, said Dad. First-rate suds, Ted. Oh, not lead, Ted. Anyways, first-rate suds, Ted said. Can't get it around here. Come on, tell us about this tragedy, I said. Really curious now. Well, Captain Latham's ship was out in the South Pacific somewhere, and they picked up this shipwrecked sailor. Nothing left of his ship but the timber he was floating on. There wasn't much room on those traders, and the guy they rescued had to bunk down with somebody else. captain's brother got him. The next morning the stranger was dead. Kind of too bad after he got out of his shipwreck alive. Strangled. Ever see anybody who was strangled? Red marks on the throat and eyes popping out, the tongue all black and swollen? And no, I never have. No, I never have, Mom said, putting a hand on her pink neck. Well, it wasn't the captain's brother that killed him. Everybody could see that. Didn't even try to deny it. Must have been a little embarrassing for the captain. They were drinking and had a fight, I suppose, Dad said, trying to prod Ted along. No drinking, no fight. The brother just strangled him quietly. But there must have been some reason, I said, sitting down across from Ted. I told you the brother was never too bright. They had a kind of trial like they did on those ships, and they asked him why, and he just raved a lot of nonsense. Nobody could get any sense out of him. All about the stranger being the devil. Crazy stuff like that. Brother must have had a bad dream and didn't know what he was doing. That was the only explanation they could come up with. So Captain Latham, he was in a real dilemma, since he had to see that justice was done, but he couldn't really stomach hanging his own brother. So he sentenced him to be keelhauled. So he sentenced him to be this one's hard to pronounce. Keelhauled. 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 Oh my god, I gotta stop letting this frequency sweep. Keelhauled. 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 There. Keelhauled. Nope, still too low. Keelhauled. 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 I know this is distracting from the story, but I've discovered a specific. Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna try and focus on this. Keelhauled. 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 Whee! And now I'm just kind of playing with the FFT spectrum plot. My bad. Keelhauled. 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 No, I want to keep that above at least 210 hertz. And the end. Keelhauled. 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 Oh my god, it's so hard. Keelhauled. Keelhauled. Nope. Keelhauled. 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 Okay, anyways, I'm moving on. But he couldn't really stomach hanging his own brother, so he sentenced him to be keelhauled. Damn it! But he couldn't really stomach hanging his own brother, so he sentenced him to be keelhauled. But he couldn't really stomach hanging his own brother, so he sentenced him to be keelhauled. What's that? I asked. They tie him to a rope, and they tie the other end of the rope to the back of the ship. Then they toss the guy off the front of the ship. So you know what happens then? Ted sat up in his chair and leaned forward with enthusiasm. Go on, I said impatiently. What? He gets dragged underneath the ship for the whole length of the ship, dragged across all the sharp, jagged barnacles there. for the whole, oh my God, the brother was sliced up real bad. Most of the time a man drowns since he's under the water for a while. But sometimes they don't drown. There's always that chance. That's why the captain preferred keel hauling his brother to hanging him. Ted paused to finish his beer. And he didn't drown. Is that it? The captain and his brother were lucky in the end. That depends. He was alive, all right, when they pulled him out, but he was under there so long without breathing that he got permanent brain damage. Oh my God. Lack of oxygen to the brain cells or something. He was a raving lunatic from then on. Never said another sensible word in his life. Locked up in the front bedroom here. Didn't do nothing but mew like a sick cat and claw the walls, so you can still see the scratch marks all around the windows. Whose car is that coming up the road? Mom asked. She was usually a little suspicious of strangers and tended to avoid them until she was sure of their reputation. Ted turned slowly to glance through the window behind his chair. Oh, that must be them, the ones who rented the cottage next door. They were supposed to show up an hour or so ago. Where am I? They were supposed to show up an hour or so ago. He chuckled and shook his head. This here's the place they wanted, but they were too late. Already rented it to you folks. Man, were they ever disappointed. Never heard anybody get so upset about a summer rental. They even tried to bribe me, but I have my ethics, and they wouldn't take it for August. It had to be now. Tried to tell them the Cinderblock Cottage had a better view, and finally they took it. I hope you made sure they had proper references, Mom said. That cottage is so close. Sure. Ted said lightly. But man, I thought that I was going to hear grown men weep when I wouldn't let them have this place. It just didn't make sense the way. Well, thanks for the shower, Ted, Dad said. Dad said, standing up and extended his hand. Guess I better be heading next door. Ted said, rising and making a brief salute. Thanks for the beer. I followed him out of the kitchen. I had noticed the scratch marks around the windows of my room, and I was more curious than ever now. But is that the whole story? I asked him. They never found out why he killed the sailor. Nobody knows why he made the scratch marks and what they mean. How long ago was it? Was he really there for 20 years? Hey, don't you ever stop asking questions, kid? Ted asked, suddenly in a hurry. I got to see to the new tenants. What about that article you said was written about this place? Do you know the name of it or the author or anything? He shrugged and lifted his hands. Never read it. Somebody just told me about it once. Gotta take care of your new neighbors now. Don't want them making another fuss. Never heard 3 people so upset about not getting a summer place and at the last minute too. Don't they know places on the beach get taken way ahead? They were lucky to get the cottage when they wanted it. Kind of nutty themselves, if you ask me. He let the screen door slam behind him and loped across the wooden perch. I waited a moment, then opening and shutting the door quietly, so I wouldn't be noticed, I stepped outside. The gray old shingled house we were renting sat on top of a hill and faced directly outward toward the small island about a mile offshore. A fat orange sun was sinking behind the island trees, and restless scribbles of gold danced over the dark water. A mockingbird warbled aggressively from a stunted pine that swiveled in the evening wind. A little gravel road sloped steeply down our scrubbly front lawn and wandered off toward a small private beach, several hundred yards to the right. The view was almost perfect. Shit, where am I? The view was almost perfect, for we were very isolated. The hill the captain had built his house on was his only solid land in the midst of a velvety green salt marsh on which no houses could be built. Unfortunately, Ted's family had added another house at the top of the hill to increase the income from their property. A squat cinder block cube painted a revolting shade of pink only 10 yards to our right. I kept out of sight behind one of the pillars of our porch and watched a woman and 2 men emerge from the purple. Okay, so we're at about 15 minutes at this point. This is about the start of page 6 or so. And so I'm gonna stop here. Um, keelhaul, 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 keelhaul. Oh my. Keelhaul, 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 keelhaul. Okay, I'm gonna accept that as is, as an improvement. We're getting keelhaul. So yeah, we're finishing around 223 hertz. Um, I think that's better than what I was doing before. Ever so, I'm probably gonna find a recording, a more professional recording of the word keelhauled, and that's just like from a pronunciation dictionary, and then do a little frequency analysis of how do they pronounce keel and haul, and see how this profile matches to that. Beyond that though, that's gonna be today's practice.